Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question, and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I'm not a therapist, and I will never tell you what you must do. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Liam from Dublin, Ireland. Liam writes, I spend hours rehashing conversations and worrying about things that haven't happened. My brain won't shut off. How do I stop the cycle? This is a really good question, and what you're trying to do is stay in control. And this, of course, never works, or at least the way that you're doing it. What you want to do is use the 5-second rule of presence. This is naming 5 things that you can see right now. See right in front of you. This is going to pull your energy back into the present moment, which is what you want. Another thing that you can do, or another method, when you catch yourself overthinking or rehashing, see a stop sign in your mind and stop and breathe. I love the stop sign. Sometimes I use an X, a big old red X, to say stop, because I think this is something that, or an issue that a lot of people have, and it's one that I have myself. And I use a big red X when I catch myself overthinking. I stop right there and breathe. And I then think about 5 things that are right in front of me to keep me in the present moment. Every time I catch myself rehashing over and over and over again, because you can make yourself sick doing that, and that is not a good thing. So send me a note and let me know how this works for you. Now, let's go ahead and move to the topic for today. And the reason that we have this topic is because of the overthinking that a lot of people have. Our topic is mental decluttering. So basically, just like a messy room, our mind can be messy too, and we need to declutter it. What I recommend is a brain dump every night. Write out everything that happened that day, all your worries, write out all your lists of things you need to get done the next day, the things you didn't get done, your thoughts, absolutely everything. Just write it all out. Because if it's on paper, it's highly unlikely that you're going to think about these items during the night in a prolonged manner. You'll stop, or you'll find yourself saying, oh, I have that written down. I don't need to carry it in my mind. And then, of course, the next morning, you look at your list and see what you can get done for the day. But doing some type of brain dump, whether you write it out or you record it on your phone, doesn't matter. But I find that doing this really does help. All right, let's move on to the second question that was sent to us to answer today. Our second question comes from Grace, who is in Boston. And Grace writes, I love this. My inner critic is so loud. It tells me that I'm a fraud when I succeed. How do I turn that voice into an ally? This is a good question, Grace. And, this inner critic can be a safety net for you. You could be using it as a safety net and a way to protect yourself. Maybe you are afraid of what might happen, or you're afraid of what has happened. You are, of course, judging yourself. You can change this. To do it, however, you're going to have to name it. you have to name what the fear is and have a conversation with the fear. For example, if your inner critic is telling you that you made an error today or you didn't do something as well as you could have or should have, talk about it to yourself. What is it about what you did today that you felt wasn't good? How was your action perceived by others or received by others? Did you really do a bad job, or is it something that you're thinking? If you can take that inner critic and name what the issue is, that is going to help you resolve the actual issue. And thank the inner critic for being there, because of course we all need to improve. But that doesn't mean that you did something poorly or incorrectly. Mean that. But even if you do something that is incorrect, that's okay too, because we're in Earth School, or we're on Earth School. We're here to learn. We're here to have experiences. And we as a society, for some reason, feel that failure is not an option, when in fact, failure is a good thing, especially if it leads you to wisdom. Even if you fail at something, you know that doesn't work. Now you try something else and you keep trying something else until whatever it is you're working on actually does click and work. With that inner critic, you want to name it. Name what the issue is, not the critic, but what is it that is at the core of the issue. If you can, I would also recommend that you get a coach so that the coach can be a sounding board for issues that you might want to work through. So thank you for sending this question. Please comment below and let me know how you are working with your inner critic. And for those of you who are listening to this, I'd love to hear how you're working with your inner critic, or even if you have one, because some people don't have that. We have come to the end of the videos for today. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is the way that the videos are sent out to other people. If you would like to learn more about the work that I do, go to my website, padmalifecoaching.com. On there, please sign up for the 5-day free e-course to help you on your life's journey. If you'd like to learn more about how I've worked through some of the issues that I've had, read my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. In it, I talk about some of the trauma that I experienced and how I work through that trauma. I found a method that actually works for me. Doesn't mean it'll work for you. However, it is there for you to try if you'd like. So check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. You can find it anywhere online books are sold. I also have a Substack page where I do a deep dive on the videos here on the Ask Coach Marie series, and I also talk about other life renewal topics over there. The Substack articles are sent every 2 weeks, so every other week there is a Substack article. If you'd like to send questions to me, please send them to padmacoach@icloud.com. All right, I will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.